Sorry, I just wanted different music to be playing. Hi, and welcome to more Valhalla. Probably finishing Valhalla tonight, actually. Game, you were working 2 minutes ago. Hey, Banana, how are you doing? Okay, so we need to buy a movie poster for Jill. We need $10,000 or else we'll get evicted. Doing good, just chilling. Biker gang arrested after vandalism during protests. Members of one of the largest biker gangs in the Motor City sector were arrested after the... Please do not do that, random water bottle. The members of one of the largest biker gangs in the Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Friday. Their leader, commonly known in the streets as Christine Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested and that her gang was only there to defend protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down on the streets, so they used protesters as a shield. We had no option but to surrender, Love told AE during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. Formal charges are unknown so far.
Isn't she a game developer? She's many things.
Parliament discusses anime influence. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth, trash, a representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it, and I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money in the local market, Yamake, the producer, told the Augmented Eye during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre. You can trust me.
Yes, important topics and all.
That just thing that happened since the last time I played this game. Remember that one time that that transphobic lady from a British Parliament held up the picture that was the trans character from the zombie idol anime, saying "shut the fuck up, TERF," and pointing a gun at it at the camera. I did a horrible job of explaining that, but Taylor the Brain, tired of name change requests. A couple of weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Sola Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview that was unfortunately stripped from the finished version was a stray comment about how many people asked Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the AE team. I like the name Taylor, and there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be a part of the joke. My life is worth more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances to become a senator in the upcoming electoral season.
Taylor?
Go to work. Oh.
Good evening. Hey, Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why, did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean... Never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his back to the station. He should be back any second now.
Back.
And see? And so, you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil?
It's not like I have anything else to do, so...
I told you. We're depressing people.
Oh yeah, the kid from the other day. Gabby, I think you called her? Asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note.
A note? Gabby, let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so, it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you, Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. And she was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting.
Oh yeah, she asked me when you would be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it.
Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years? Fear and shame. And shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby has the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Chill, you idiot! You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out of this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. You want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that?
Armitage?
Titty hacker.
Alma, right.
I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister. But now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. What do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss. Thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that stirred such feelings in me.
Second one?
2 weeks ago, I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it?
Hey, Not, how are you doing? doing good, eating.
Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe.
Don't push her, Chief.
I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing it. Or of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything.
Keep it up, Jill.
Thanks. Happy holidays. Someone's happy.
Also, I am very glad that my voice is in significantly better condition than it was last night.
We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places.
Loaded potato. See, like, I like the idea of a loaded potato, but I'm gonna say something blasphemous. I don't really like chili. And it's not even like a flavor thing, it's a texture thing for some reason. Like, the texture of chili just does not sit right with me. Or at least, my image of a loaded potato is like a potato with, like, you know, chili and cheese and bacon and shit on it.
I heard they were sold out in most places.
Just make it with that one, yeah.
There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. Why? You looked so happy I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. Cobalt velvet for Stella.
Cheese, garlic, butter, the good shit.
Here. Thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here since I was coming here too. And sadly, I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run.
Lazy with other stuff, so you didn't do bacons? Yeah, that's fair.
How has she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often.
I've always wondered this about Stella. Do you think Stella can actually see out of her mechanical eye?
What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old days.
Let's watch Model Warrior Julianne.
Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close, and then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Say is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. And she needs equivalences to things she knows. You need to get a bit into her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools didn't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Sei was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused. Always frowning. The total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look cross her face, and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Sei knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Hey, get me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Cold and sweet. I think I've heard that one before.
Moonblast. What? Oh, it's blended. Shit. We only serve big drinks here at Valhalla because I have bills to pay. Fun fact, because I haven't missed, also I really like the color of this drink. Because I haven't missed a there's those things that you have to buy Jill to make sure that she doesn't get distracted at work. If you miss one of those, she starts being distracted in these text boxes at work. And it's like weird inner monologue shit, like talking about like random TV shows and stuff. Like random TV shows that she's watched and like talking about 4. And the one that showed up a lot when I played originally is that there's a she has a random text box that can pop up where she just says my bra is itching.
Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Sei asks for, you know? Now that you mention it. You know, back when Sei reappeared, it seems that she came here first. Oh yeah, she told me that. Glad she found a familiar face after all the chaos. Did she tell you we had a talk at the back of the bar? You did. Well, it's nothing that important, but she was devastated, you know? She was afraid, tired. It hit me quite hard. Not only after seeing her covered in bandages, but also seeing her so cheerful before. I guess I should be thanking you then. You what? When I met with her, she told me you calmed her down quite a bit. I did? I'm guessing with all that was going on, the desire to not worry me weighed on her. It has happened before. And so it's good there was someone else for her to share her stress with. Thanks. Sure. I don't think I did anything noteworthy, but sure. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe. And a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, and so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, Uptown is cleaner, and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of people. You feel there are people living, especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that Uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper parts of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that 2. But I just want 1. I'm asking for 1 for me. Adding 1 to your order. Oh, that, right. 2 beers for the girls.
I immediately fucked it up.
Here. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, where's Say, where's Say? Why do they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks and some dog thought it would be safe to hide in a jar.
Wow. Boys, please cooperate. You don't feel like shit tonight, so stop acting like it.
The little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fellow was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah. We'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure. It's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Say. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses. Ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay. Something classy for Say.
Here, have a cobalt velvet.
Something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story. And somehow got it into her head that being born on the 25th, and she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. And that made her start giving out gifts like crazy. And she got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. And spiritual reincarnation. Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit. And that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. And speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. And something about a rough period where you were angry or something? Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried. But I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. I expected as much, and told her as much. Hey, can you give me something bubbly? Sure. Something bubbly for a bubbly girl.
Let's just give her another cobalt velvet.
Here. Bubbly, bubbly. Hey, Jill, wanna know how Stella got her eye? Huh? I feel you shouldn't tell me that. She told you my story. Means she likes you enough. It's fine.
Nice, not.
You remember when I told you about that white knight that saved me from another? Well, it's about the other one. Apparently he was running away after doing something. Dunno. We were at the park and he held us hostage. At one point they tried to approach and he just... He gouged Stella's eyes out. I tried to stop him, but he just went and kicked me. I still remember that kick. I could feel my ribs breaking. There was pain in places I didn't know I could feel pain. And from time to time, I still relive that day. And the kick in my torso, Stella's screams. It's chilling. I briefly regained consciousness after the kick, when I felt like I was being lifted. The white knight that attacked us was on the floor, not moving. I was on another white knight's shoulder. He took his helmet off and put it on an anguished Stella. I passed out, and when I came to, I was in a hospital. Apparently the kick ruptured a couple of organs, and I was put on emergency care. I woke up because Stella was punching my leg, telling me to wake up. Damn. Just... damn. What made you bring this up? I bring this up because that guy was here last... I bring this up because that guy that was here last time I came. I think he's the one that saved us. No fucking way. Virgilio? Really? What made you think that? Sure, more pounds and years, but I'm pretty sure it's him. And there's something about his face I just can't dismiss.
Hey, Paradoxica, how are you doing? We're learning more about Virgilio. He saved Say and Stella when they were kids and being attacked by a white knight.
I'd like to see him again. Do you know how? Do you know the Steampunk Museum? Ask for Virgilio there. Gotcha. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil.
Sure. Virgilio is a ex white knight. That one. I don't want to watch any of this crap. I want to watch Model Warrior Julianne. There it is.
I wonder if I left food for 4.
Not really. Mostly just, Gabby, Lenore's, sister that, we got into a yelling match at last time we saw each other, left a note with Gil that was like, hey, I'm coming by the bar on New Year's. Let's meet up and have, like, a civil conversation. I want to understand, like, why you left and all that. And, Stella lost her eye because it was gouged out by a white knight that then, Virgilio saved the two, Say and, Stella from, I meant Stella, that one.
Okay, I'm here. Dorothy? You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You can stop walking. Honey. You want something? The usual, I guess. Usual. Oh. The usual. I wonder what's wrong with her, though. Here. This is nice. Nice. Ice. Ice? Okay, you're freaking me out. What's up with you? Hey, honey. How do you know what's real? How so? I mean, how do you know if what you see is an actual thing? How can you tell if you can if what you see around you is actually happening? What tells you everything's not actually a fabrication? What tells me I'm not just a simulation in a computer? And those ponderings brought you to the bar? What? Oh, I'm in the bar. Am I? Dorothy. So you're having a solipsistic crisis of sorts. What? Solipsism. The theory that the self is the only thing that can be known to exist. And see, that's another thing right there. That word. Solipsism. What does it even mean? Where the hell did it come from? Well, solus means alone, and ipse means self. Yes, but how did that come to be? Do you expect me to believe that a lot of people just randomly decided to make noises? And decide, hey, let's make this noise mean this. It doesn't make sense. Words don't make sense. I've been repeating words for a long time, and they've stopped making sense. Why? Calm down, that's just semantic satiation. Stop making up words, honey. And then there's this counter. How can I be sure the counter is really here? It is. Please stop tapping it. Hold on, just making sure. I should make her a drink. At the very least, I'll have something to throw at her.
Here, Dorothy, have some rum.
Stop tapping the counter so much. I'm this close to throwing this at your face. Sorry. So let's start from the beginning. Since when did you have this existential crisis? Since earlier today, I think. I was remembering the good times I had with with my guardian. But I don't know, it was all too sudden. I was thinking about everything that happened from a week ago until now. How much fun I was having, how much I loved everyone around me. And out of nowhere, the thoughts started piling up in my mind. What is love? What is fun? Are those feelings real? Is all of that real? Am I real? What tells me I'm actually in a body? What if I'm just some computer somewhere thinking it has a body? What if I'm just a human girl in a comatose dream? What tells me that you're real? For all I know, I might just be a figment of someone's imagination. Or even just an AI simulation in some computer that thinks it's human. I've been there, Dorothy. That existential doubt and crisis, or that uncertainty about whether or not things are real. It was a couple of months only, but I remember having panic attacks and scratching my arm to feel something. But the panic attack gave me a rush of adrenaline, so I couldn't feel the scratch and the fear got worse. What did you do to get over it? Oddly enough, I read a book. The Last Rain in the World, one of my favorites. At one point, I cried with the book and I realized I was crying over fake things, a story and its characters. I didn't care less for them because they were fake. Why not think of reality like that too? Even if I'm a figment of someone's imagination, I'd still care about you. And that's what I told myself, at least. It wasn't immediate, but that focus helped me.
Hey Yuki, how are you doing?
I like it. Hey, can I take this drink? I made it for you. Thanks. Okay then. Phew.
It's a good thing you're waterproof, Dorothy.
Why did you throw it on your head? To feel something you made. And? It burns and itches a bit. I'll get you a towel.
Delivery 4. Dana's it. Oh, I've been here before.
Mr. Mario, welcome back.
I have a delivery for Dana Zane. Who's that?
She's my boss. I'll get it for her.
Right, sign here, please. It's a big package. These two voices are too similar. Gil, stop talking.
I wonder what's inside.
You should open it. If it's something perishable, maybe it'll need to be refrigerated. Let's see. It's a wiener. Really big wiener.
Hey, honey. The big package had a big wiener inside.
What'll your boss do with such a thing? I don't know how she'll cook it. Perhaps she'll chop it?
Honey. Seems the wiener is too big to eat correctly. Stop. Maybe you could prepare some right now. Oh, what do you say, honey? Do you want some of your boss's wiener?
Seriously, Jill?
She's the one making the jokes.
And you're the one trying not to laugh too hard at them. Anyway, we all know if we dare cook this without her permission, she'll hang us upside down. Well, hang me upside down.
Hey, Jacket Boy, what's your name?
I'm Mario. I'm trying to differentiate these voices.
Come on, Mario. I'll buy you a drink. He might have another delivery, you know?
This is the last one, actually. I'll accept your offer. I'll have a sunshine cloud.
And you? I'm fine. Sunshine cloud for Mario.
Optional Karmatrine? Mandatory Karmatrine. Fuck, it's blended. Optional Karmatrine, woo.
Here.
Thanks. Hey,
Call me Dorothy. You can also call me Darling for the right amount.
yeah, Dorothy. Why did you buy me a drink? Just to let you know, I don't swing that way.
What way, Lilim?
I'm a man's man. I like men, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with liking women, but...
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't hitting on you. I was thanking you.
Thanking me?
Your package let me see Honey here laughing like an idiot.
It's easier than you think.
That made me happy, and I don't know. It fell with what she was telling me earlier, or fit with what she was telling me. I'm more calm than when I entered.
Glad to help, I guess?
Well, duty calls. Bye, Mario. Bye, John. Bye, Honey. Enjoy your big wiener. Out with you.
She seems like a nice girl. I don't mean for it to sound like
I get it, I get it. Don't worry. You like guys, it's clear. And speaking of, you like motorcycles, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Have you been to the Motor District?
I spend all my free time in the Motor District, actually. Why?
Is it true what they say about all the illegal races going on there?
You're not a cop, are you?
As far as I remember, no.
Well, I mean, there are illegal races, but there's also a semi-legal league going on there.
Semi-legal?
The authorities acknowledge that there's races going on. I don't know what goes on in them, however. Modified engines, casualties, substance abuse. The illegal ones end up being safer in the end.
Huh. Have you heard about that biker called Christine Love?
Miss Love? Of course, everyone knows who she is. What about her?
Is her gang as dangerous as they say?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Excuse me?
They look intimidating enough. The truth is that nobody's faced them directly. Moreover, nobody wants to be the one they got beaten to a pulp if they turn out to be what they seem. So our gang is just there, menacingly doing their own thing, not bothering anyone.
Oh. Do you want anything else?
I'll have a piano man.
Alright. A piano man for Mario. Here.
Yeah, this is nice. Hey, you two an item?
What are you trying to say with that laughter, Gil? No, we're not.
What's wrong with you?
Eh?
You work with this hunk of a man and you don't feel the least bit tempted? How can you be so calm with his smell so close to you?
Ever heard the expression, his past is a fucking weight I don't want to carry? Because his past is a fucking weight I don't want to carry. If he even has a past at all, I'm having my doubts lately.
You implying he's not good game?
Oh, don't misunderstand. Gil is good game. He's not bad looking, he's a gentleman, he's always attentive. But he's also distant, and he'll take many steps back when he feels like he's getting close to somebody.
You don't have to marry him. Just push into a closet. That's what Alma said as well.
Not interested.
You annoy me, bartender. You don't see what you have right in front of you. I'm out.
Please come again. Ah, Gil, you heartbreaking fuckboy. Back, did anything happen? I discovered I have the sense of humor of an 8-year-old. Did anything new happen? Hey!
I brought you a package.
Ah, yes, my curated wiener. It's a gift from my folks. It was delayed in customs, but here it is. You guys want some of it? That's a new one.
Have some pocket money. I'm out of excuses.
You've been chuckling ever since yesterday. Wiener.
A bar called Valhalla. That any good? I need a place to unwind after work. Normies are taking over, huh? Or everyone's in neat just like me. Anyway, place is cool, but the bartender can be a bit of a dick. How so? I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. Is she cute? I can take it if she's cute. She's cute, but I think she's a bit full of herself. The guy seems a bit more of a bro. I see you already had a conversation with her? Did she reject your advances? Nah, I just heard from the distance. So is that a no? Kind of. I mean, if you're going there just to chat. I want a place to chill for a bit, meet new people. Can I smoke there? Is there any bar from the BTC where you can smoke? Nope. Bummer. Well, I think I'm going next week then. Sounds good enough for me.
So I'm full of myself? You are.
Oh, we need to buy the Maneki Neko. This one. Oh god, we're gonna be scraping by real damn close to rent, aren't we? Yick, the final remaster, leads the video game charts. The newest remaster of 2016's Yick, a postmodern RPG, opens the charts this week with 3.5 million copies shipped on its launch day. Also, completely random thing, speaking of games that have shipped a whole ton of copies, did y'all hear that apparently Terraria has outsold Super Mario Brothers? Other titles this week include new releases such as Hatsune Miku Project R.E. Master. That's how I'm choosing to read that. And Sting's Face Remastered. Is that a... Okay, I might be reading into this too much. Is that supposed to be a Steins Gate joke? Or am I just reading that way wrong? The thing that makes me think that it's a fucking Steins Gate reference is the fact that there's a semicolon in the middle of them. Full chart including lifetime sales. Yick, the final remaster, 3.5 mil new. Hatsune Miku Project Remaster, 1.5 mil new. Sting's Face, Water Pro Wrestling G. Dang it, Round Ball.
This is the third final this year.
Woman marries anime pillow. Nobody is actually surprised. I remember a time when wacky stuff like this made a lot of headlines, but even though I'm reporting on it, I can't help but think of how mundane it's become. I mean, we live in a world where you can just plug into the internet and live there for as long as your wallet can afford related fees. A lot of people get married in these virtual spaces thanks to new technologies. The traditional views on human relationships have changed so much that somebody marrying a literal object feels kind of tame now. If the pillow had some form of intelligence, it might be somewhat different, but it's just a plain generic anime hug pillow. Get with the times, Grandma. Wanna marry me?
Can't marry your own son.
Earth's space colony plans to develop its own army. Even though space was imagined as the promised land, a place where humanity would start over, it looks like we're about to repeat our mistakes from the past. The first space colony, Shin Outer Paradise, is currently in talks to develop its own privately owned army following alleged threats from a notorious terrorist group. We're discussing it right now, but the law is most likely approved. We'll have an army, we'll defend our motherland from any terrorist threat. Alice Rabbit chimed in during a private stream. This terrorist group does not exist. Don't let the Outer Paradise government fool you. The only reason for this law is so they can have more control over the population.
Alice Rabbit is in space too? Amazing. Good evening. Ah, Jill, I meant to get firecrackers. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the dog? Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. I'll be back in a bit.
Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved.
I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here.
Greetings.
Anyway, let's start. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice.
Yeah, shut up. Any chance did someone fly over here 2 weeks ago?
On Friday?
Yes.
There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night. But as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that.
So it flew by here.
I take it you know what made those noises?
Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard.
Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say.
So it remained in the vicinity?
I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night.
Interesting. So it didn't get far away. Now, give me a Mars Blast.
Mars Blast for the guy that wouldn't come back. Twice.
Oh, whoops. I started doubling the ingredients without even realizing that this is already big.
Here you go.
Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry, if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Most certainly not.
You really think you'd stand a chance? You're like half his size.
I can fight dirty.
He kills people for a living.
I can fight dirty. Oh, please, you make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. That's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that.
You're right. Sorry.
Like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I like how Jamie's voice is slipping into the judge voice. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them, aside from the owner. I suggest that you try a suplex next time. Might be to your liking. Huh. Okay, let's try the suplex thing.
Right. Let's give Ingram a suplex. Wow, that sounded weird. Here.
Good stuff. Like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie. And you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I needed to look for a specific file, Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Did as much, only a handful of people do that. Almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So why go through the whole thing? Rejection, need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. I see.
How does the expunge work?
You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. It causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. 5 hours you're trapped in bed with while a horrible pressure builds up in your body. Nanomachines are forced out. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, and your gums, and your toes, everywhere. After all that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies.
Ouch.
What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. Hey, give me one of those.
Sure. Let's give him a gut punch. Again, that didn't sound right.
So if I'm not mistaken, if you make this big, Ingram comments on it being different than the one that Jamie's got.
Here.
Yeah, I love these. It looks different from yours though, yeah. I had a couple of extras in his, actually. So where's the antibody they unit that stuck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all other maintenance systems. It can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements? Were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much-needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram.
Please come again.
Don't count on it.
You've said that twice.
Shut up. Seemed like a nice guy.
Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch.
Maybe you caught him on a bad day?
Nah, I think you're just that good about bringing out the nicer side of people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood.
I clicked on the wrong, tab. Whoops.
Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood, too. A bad touch for Alma. Here. Jill, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings.
Hey Liz, how are you doing? Liz, have you played this game?
Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband, and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids. Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. And so she really messed it up, huh? When they came back...
Wow, what was that squeak that I just made?
When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump onto the highway. So Eva comes and says, then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but I don't know. Maybe it was the timing, but...
You have played before? Nice. Good game.
I've been laughing for an hour now.
Same. It's been 2 years since I played this last.
You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time, even slept in the same bed for a while. And then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. I could forgive all that. I mean, the age difference and all. But there's something in particular I still can't forgive. It was the day she invited her friends to the house, and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. And she said she had no little sisters. Ouch. I think that was the moment I finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired her as much as a kid could admire someone, you know? Little by little, that admiration wore off, until we finally reached that breaking point. I felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? Hey. It's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather... the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult. You see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration I held for her, she's made sure not to fix that impression. But enough about me. How are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow. She must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So what's the problem then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give me a brandatini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Right. Brandatini, alright.
You're getting big brandatini.
Here. This is the thing. Let's start. Boo. Oh, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. And soon it became animosity, and not long after that, she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her eldest sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Not now. And said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. And after the girl went into college and said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model's sister went against everything she held her high in esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like part of her had crumbled. Hey, Joe, I can lift your sweater. You want to see? I bet you want to see. All right, enough. Enough? Shit. Peace out.
Fucking Anna.
I know that the girl is you and that the sister is your eldest sister. Please get to the point. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, she'll be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get a beer? Right. Beer? Man, I am going crazy, aren't I? Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh, yeah. I never had brothers or sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both a big and a little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party on this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be there. Remember, I won't forgive you. Yeah.
I want to watch Model Warrior Julianne.
I'll go take my break.
All right.
You were here?
You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear?
Anyways, call me if anything comes up. It's less chilly today.
Ugh. Jill, a kid's looking for you.
Oh, shit. Hey. Norma. Phew. You're back. Oh, fuck you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said that out loud. Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. Phew, she thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Ah, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her about all the pressure she was putting on me. And said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. And? Well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After that, she told me it'd be a waste to spend money on in a university, just for me to not give it my all. And so she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. I'm glad to hear that. And well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. And you were right. I'd be hurting her for the sake of hurting. And so, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Be careful. Aw, so sweet. Shut up.
Hey, Jill, mind helping me here?
Sure.
Make me a Bleeding Jane, please.
On it. Bleeding Jane for Gil.
Big. Thanks.
Hey, Jill. Do you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can I? You're the main character. I don't know. What are you? A cute girl. Right.
You okay, Jill? Making a lot of faces there.
Yeah, just remembering stuff.
Could you give me a hand here and serve a beer, please?
Sure. Beer for Gil now.
Thanks.
Would you lighten up if I showed you I could interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There. I can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Weird.
I don't know if you all saw. You probably saw it shift back, but she changed the game border.
Nobody expects the Dorth Inquisition. Dorth Inquisition, Dorth Inquisition, Dorth Inqui- Ouch! I bit my tongue. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I ever, like, I've seen this line before, definitely, because this is not a branch, but, like, I don't think I ever caught that that line said that, even despite the fact that I read it out.
Ahem. Honey! Ah, hey, Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. Fluffy dream for the Dorothy on the go.
Oh, whoops. Optional karmatrine, you say?
Thanks. Oh yeah, before you leave. What, are you guys doing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be here then. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do?
Who does what?
Sorry, I sneezed.
Weird sneezes.
Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe. Take care of Becky, please.
Man, she was in a rush.
Okay, fuck that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. And she's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning.
I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand.
Please.
Oh! I forgot. We have secret customers coming now. Let's see. Not here. Weird. I'd swear the tracks led here. Oh, I'm at a bar. Oh, that's nice.
Can I get you something?
Let's have a brandtini. I don't know what kind of voice to use for Tomcat.
Sure. Brandini for the mysterious visitor.
This is another cameo character, by the way. This seems right.
And what brought you here?
I think it's better if my name remains a mystery for now.
The registry says error? Huh. The money's there, but the registry can't display the name properly. Still, what brought you here, mysterious person?
I'm following Alice Rabbit's trail.
I want to know how deep the hole goes. Trail?
The massive leak of the White Knight's insider info from 2 weeks ago made it to global news. Curiosity got the best of me, so I started sneaking the trail of transmission.
Do you work for someone then?
No, you could say it's for fun. Alice Rabbit's quite the urban legend, and I wanted to study it.
I see. Hey, would you say Alice Rabbit is a person or a group?
Excuse me?
Well, there are people who say it might as well be a group, instead of just a person.
If it can be just a group, it can also just be a symbol. Everyone using the Alice Rabbit moniker could be doing so as a way of saying or staying anonymous while projecting clear intent. I doubt it, though.
Why?
Alice Rabbit's actions are too consistent. It can't be a group, and if it's a group, it's most likely coordinated by just one person. Everything seems to fit an agenda. The attacks are too consistent and use similar methods.
Really?
I guess it can be hard for most people to notice behind the consistent usage of the same bunny avatar. But the way the attacks are executed is always in the same vein. Not that it makes it easier to track. Actually, its tracks only get dimmer and dimmer with each attack.
And so you came to check on what might be left behind from the last hacking job?
A pilgrimage of sorts, if you will. Say, would you mind giving me a Zen star?
Sure. Let's give the mystery client a Zen star for now.
I think it's aged. No. Shit. Ah. My wrist is being dumb.
Here.
Ah, as nasty as I remember.
So, what have you found? Can you share?
Sure, why the hell not? I'm in a good mood. Well, whoever Alice Rabbit is, or are, they spent a lot of time planting seeds all over the city.
Seeds?
There's traces of the video being streamed from up to 23 different locations. All of them routers of different brands that blew up after the transmission. Every one of them using different ISPs. Some even using internet providers from outside the city. There's even traces of programs that hacked into devices, giving it the means to access a network for as long as the broadcast lasted. Apparently Alice Rabbit also accessed devices early to make sure they'd be turned on at the right time.
Well, the only thing without the transmission was my old CRT, so yeah.
Quite the craftsmanship, let me tell ya. I've no trace whatsoever of where anything came from. Even if you look at the metadata in the leaked files left on all devices after the transmission ended, there's nothing.
Perfect crime, then?
Not perfect. Compared to other attacks like the first leaks that started riots around here, this one is sloppy. More specifically, the means of destroying evidence wasn't as effective as the other occasions. But thanks to the commotion at the bank, any attempts to investigate further were curbed by the madness that followed. I see. Well, I must keep moving. Oh yeah. Name's Tomcat, by the way. Nice meeting you. The registry cleared up too. Well, I guess that's it for today. Sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Alright, careful out there. Oh, we made it. We made it. Well, okay, no. We've got one more day. It's the 29th. We need to make the last little bit of money back, but we should make it back. We should be able to pay rent. You've been talking a lot with that Alma girl. Jealous? You know, I should actually make a save before we buy this, just in case. Like, we should be fine, but... Okay, we need the Kiramiki poster. Oh wait, that didn't even take us below 10,000. That was cheap. That was really cheap. Surviving in Glitch City. Any tips for a new friend in this wonderful land? Oh boy, self-deprecating thread. Don't trust in White Knights, and don't go out after 5 p.m. unless you want to get mugged or murdered. Bring a portable chair everywhere. You'll have to line up for flour, lol. Get used to what you find. Shortages are getting out of hand. Been eating rice with butter for months now. Guess it could be worse. Don't jinx it, please. I have enough as it is. So coming here was a mistake. Why would you come here anyway? Visiting family, but now I want to take him out. Do all you can. Yeah, airlines are leaving the city, lol. Soon we won't even be able to escape. I even get some weed in a crap hole, or in this crap hole somewhere. Yeah, I just PM'd to a good dealer. Unless I'm mistaken, my grandpa lived here before they turned it into Glitch City. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. The British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and weak currency, the BTC has given the order to disband almost half of its recreational businesses in the city. Can't keep doing business like this. Glitch City has a negative impact on our earnings, and we can't continue in the red, the PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They make a lot of money already, and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. Oh yeah, this. Late to the party, Augmented Eye. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City, as long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want, or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. Gods be praised. First silly law I'm all for. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lil & Company. At the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. The reality of this is that the kind of convenience these relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth, to the point where birth rates are beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. Annie Mae, yes, cool. 17-year-old student agrees with the general sentiment. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and the sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. It's expected that new regulations will soon be announced to address the situation. Being only with Willem is tiring, though. Good evening. Hey.
Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple things for Saturday. And so I designate you Gillian Applegate as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff.
Ugh.
Applegate?
I have no idea who that is. Why me?
I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times.
You're not gonna say anything, Jill?
If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness.
Fine. Give me the list. I'll be back sometime.
Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know that Gil has a crush? What? A client of his. A girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming to him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backwards, and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up for fuck's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it? That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me... time to mix drinks and change lives. Gil with a crush, huh? This place, great. Oh, if it isn't... Hey Jill, sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss, stalked woman incoming. Doors open. Go ahead, the door's to the left. Thanks. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one, that's the bathroom. Oh, wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom?
Now, where did she... Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey, kid, I'll have the usual.
Right. Huh, you remembered me after 2 weeks. Mr. Donovan's usual drink, huh? Here.
Seems right. Neighbor's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening they'd stay and do more reports. Well, they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports.
I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but... You do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right?
Shitty page that'll over-sensationalize anything and report useless things? Of course I know.
Then why not try to rectify that image?
But it's simply I'm being clutched by the balls. A non-pleasant way. Zybotzik Corp and the company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to fine you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that in the worst case scenario is that they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. And I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line.
Huh.
Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. BTC's been going apeshit, closing bars lately.
Oh yeah, that.
Yesterday, they closed the one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week, they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants.
Huh.
Not to mention there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing.
Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that.
Alright, kid, let's try Moonblast now.
Come again?
Hey, even I have to break up the routine from time to time.
Moonblast? That's a new one for him.
Okay, cool, we can make big Moonblasts.
Here.
Now, let's see what the ruckus is about.
So... what brought you here?
Alright. Didn't you see a Lilum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. He's the one from the Encore concert coming up.
Not really.
Did she jump to the roof then?
Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview?
Not really, just hitting on her. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring.
Why, though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something?
Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo, man. Hard as fucking curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed these King Class CH-1A models are, personally.
And so you followed her.
I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson.
You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something?
A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. That Lilum isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver.
Right. Let's just give him a pile driver, literally.
Hey, he said please. He actually said please for once. Oh, I aged it and mixed it. Why did I think it was aged?
Here.
All right. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her.
The guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. I hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you. It seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister's a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple photos. How nice of you. It's nothing really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Sure. Miss Idol wants something sweet.
Piano woman.
Here. Thanks. And so, do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come onto you. You don't say. Well, not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now.
I need water.
Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough. It wouldn't hurt to try. How nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I see. You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image for me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. It's so nice to hear. Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea? Let me see. Something tea-like. If I remember correctly, something bitter but girly's fine too. Here. Perfect. Hey, you're a King Class CH-1A, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have a port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced, and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. Ah, I see. Hey Jill, will you go to my next concert? I heard every ticket was sold out. Never mind how expensive they are. And so I guess that's a no, sorry. Now you will. Here. Is this? It's a ticket for my encore concert. I'm sorry it's not a better seat, but I only get so many free tickets. No, I mean, this is amazing. I don't know if I can accept it, though. You will. It even has a backstage pass so we can talk afterward, and you'll tell me how it was. Why give it to me? I don't know. I like you. You're attentive and hear me out. That behavior should be rewarded more. Well, thanks. God, it feels so weird to get a gift. And from a celebrity, no less. Don't think too much about it. You deserve it. Although I guess I can understand how you feel about receiving gifts. I usually get quite a few from fans, but it always feels so weird. I don't like feeling as though I got something for free. Luckily, I've thought of a way of not feeling so bad about it. How? Just give it my all on stage. They give those gifts to me after watching me perform. It's only natural for me to do my best and give it my all as a way to repay them. I should, give it my all mixing drinks then? Of course. I see. Well, I've gotta go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first. Alright. A Sparkle Star for Miss Idol. Here. It's sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you. Boss, Gil's back. I'll take my break. All right. Note to self, buy oil for that door. Alright then. Gil, you're in my spot, please.
Oh, sorry.
Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that?
If I told you she did, would you believe me?
Without a doubt.
Let's go with that then.
Right. Greetings. Ah, Stella, what can I get you? I'll go with the Bleeding Jane today. Bleeding Jane for Stella.
Oh wait, we need to double those.
Here you go. Thank you.
Wow, what was that?
What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped by to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubt you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean. Really clean. Gil is the one you owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey, Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not.
Sorry, give me a sec. Will my model be messed up when I turn myself back on? Not really? Resetting it just to be safe, but...
In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down. breaking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knights still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynchings, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. And some weren't that lucky, though. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. And so between the suits becoming glorified paperweights, and many white knights going on the run, and there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits, and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a huge price these days. Could anyone see profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech. A whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many, and so I'd say yes. Uh-huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate, built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There's one weird case, though. And there's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit. 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded, to the point where they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. And what? They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people. Of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put up a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corp has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corp because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords. They're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city, trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way, or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in lots of trouble. And let's not start with the theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. And then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corp chose. He makes a fool of himself, and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing. Yeah. So, what you're saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Uh-huh. No, seriously, hen what? Can I get a Brandatini here, please? Sure, sure. Now let's give her a brandtini. Here. Thanks. So, I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well... I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kiramiki Encore concert. Nice. Oh, right. As it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again. Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true. Amazing. I know, she even got me a ticket for the concert. She what? I had to twist some arms to get tickets for the Encore concert. And not only did you get them free, the idol herself gave them to you? Do you have any idea how jealous I am right now? It'll be interesting. You're going to enjoy the hell out of it, trust me. This will be my first live concert of her, but I've seen every other concert of hers in video. They all have such magical aura to them. Everyone says they have to be seen to be believed. You really like her music, huh? It makes me happy, what can I say? I love listening to it when I'm feeling down. Hell, it even helped me back when I was worried sick about, say, at the bank. It made me forget all my worries, even if for a while. Huh, I see. And say, Jill, do you want to come to the concert with us? Us? I invited Say because I managed to get 2 tickets. You want to come with us both? I'd love to. I didn't want to go by myself, but... Are you okay with that? I don't want to be a burden. Of course, the more the merrier. Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. I see. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Say and her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it, and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Sure.
Okay, hopefully this actually works. Okay, so we're not serving this, we're just making this. And then we're giving her a beer.
Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but... That would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And... no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. And so the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that were by all means illegal? And the irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it, though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I am curious, though. Have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again.
Excuse me, is this the Rad Shiba bar?
Hello? Somebody fell for that one. Yeah, but we prefer to call it Valhalla. What can I get you?
Let's try the Sugar Rush. This is another secret client from 2064. Also, funny thing, me making the flaming moai there, like in the thing, and then not serving it is what summoned this character.
Let's try the Sugar Rush. Certainly. Let's get her a Sugar Rush.
Optional Karmatrine.
Here. Thanks. You don't look like you're from around here, miss. Call me Jess. I'm from Neo San Francisco. I actually came here to see about the Mega Christmas I hear so much about. I've always wondered why it's called Neo San Francisco. Is it like Neo Tijuana? Or is it more like New Mexico? Wait, there's a New Mexico? Still, that's a good question. What tipped you off that I'm not from around here? The fact that you're a hybrid. Really? I thought that Glitch City was the world's genetic engineering mecca. Every time you hear about a breakthrough in genetic engineering, most likely it came from here. That's true. That's all true if you have the money. Glitch City has some awesome advances, but many of them are gated behind giant walls of cash. Like genetic modifications or prosthetics. Is it really that bad? Let's say I wanted a treatment to change my hair color to yellow, and my eyes to amber. Simple stuff, 2 shots. But just for the hair, I need to save minimum wage paychecks for 10 years. Not only that, insurers still refuse to cover genetic modifications, even the medical ones. Weird. I mean, nowadays genetic modifications are pretty common everywhere else. I don't understand much about it myself. I think the exorbitant import fees levied by the city are a deciding factor in the whole pricing situation. Or maybe it has to do with how devalued our currency is. Or maybe it's both of those things and then some. I see. Oh, but look at me rambling. Can I get you anything else? Let's try the Brandtini. Sure. Now let's get a Brandtini.
Oh, not B. This one. Shit. 12 of this, 6 of this, 2 of this. Aged, mixed.
Here. Thanks. It's interesting, though. Hybrids are well received around here. It might have something to do with hybrids usually having lots of money. I guess it could be an example of the higher classes establishing beauty standards or something. It will make me a more likely target for mugging, then. Everyone's a likely target for mugging. You just stick out a bit more than the rest. You do well to remain vigilant anyways. Thanks for the advice.
I don't know what... I was just looking at the, when I drew the gremlin, this one, the Sin gremlin, like, the way that the way that, like, Sin does the ears on her model, like, this reminds me of that. But these ones are, like, on the side of the head instead of on the top.
Thanks for the advice. Hey, mind if I ask something? Go ahead, no problem. Are cat boomers hybrids? Nah, I don't think so. While there is genetic modification going on, it's more akin to being born with 6 fingers. The side effect of a treatment, if you will. Really? Because there seem to be countries where cat boomers are considered hybrids. True, but think about it for a second. Let's say you got treatment for a skin condition, and the side effect was getting scaly skin. There are hybrids with scales of skin, but your skin is a side effect. Or your skin is a side effect. The scales might just be dead skin. Even if legally the scaly skin could make you a hybrid, you're not one necessarily. Even if it's laws can be wrong sometimes too. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about asking so many things. Oh, I don't mind. I guess you really don't see many hybrids around, huh? Oh, right. Could you give me directions to the Artemis Will Mall? Sure, let me grab a piece of paper. Let's see. Turn right when you see a frat house. Here you are. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Please come again. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idle girl left him like that, it seems. You think? It might have been while he was out. True. Hey, boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am. Yeah, why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, It's not all fake. Huh. I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh well, wait, what? Come here, fuckboy. 8th grade what?
We have enough to pay. We paid rent. Hooray! We made rent.
We have a roof over our heads for another month. Yay!
Okay, I'm scrolling through my guide, sorry. We don't quite have enough to buy the rest of what we're missing, but we can buy the PC98 or 9X and play Model Warrior Julianne. I'm gonna give this literally just one try. Because this stupid minigame is stupidly difficult. Even if you can sit in this corner for large portions of it. Never mind, I'll just die. They locked an achievement behind that. I know that I've complained about this before, but they locked an achievement behind that, and it took me so long. Valhalla by Miki. The name sounds silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there, I felt really safe and at home. Bartenders are a bunch of sweethearts. The boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. Drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol.
I don't know if I want the bar to suddenly become a fan tourism hotspot.
New Lilim regulations. Current regulations preventing Lilim from looking too human have been working well so far, but Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in a need for more stringent measures. It's unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence.
But people look more robot-like by the day, too.
After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares the experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas, several kilometers below the ocean's surface. That's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake. It's on me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility on the Tangashima Island in Japan. And Australia?
Australia is a tad more complicated than that.
You know, maybe it's just because of like recency, like how recent I've looked at it. This reminds me of Mega Man Legends for some reason. Grand Slam Fighters crowns a new heavyweight champion. Also, what do y'all think about me like reading with my pointer where I just kind of like go through and underline it? Which city's most popular pro wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking the gold from fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout, with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for the 3 count. During an interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us that, through a translator, that he's waiting for 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean.
It's so exciting. If only I understood what was going on. Good evening. Gil, are you humming Shine Spark?
Ah, hey Jill.
Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe?
Nothing of the sort. I'm fine.
Right. No, seriously, did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they've fucked.
That's not...
Oh my god, you totally fucked. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her?
No, I didn't.
In any case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since, well, never.
Oh god.
Today's escapades will bring us to a familiar place and... Shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender, if that even is your real name. Last time, my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out. So I'm here to find out what made people interested.
Huh? I have something on my face?
This guy totally fucked. No doubt about it. That gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. Whatever, just keep it down. Ah, Jill, you're here. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here. Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Anyway. Time to mix drinks and change lives. You're too happy and you're too mopey. What happened? I was right. Eh? That Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money.
Say, that girl.
I'm not here.
Sorry?
Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways. Betty was right, and that deserves a beer. And you?
I'm fine.
Friday beer for a cheerful Betty. For the occasion. All right. So the girl was actually infatuated with him? You should have seen her screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there thinking. Just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Ugh. And still, I knew she liked him. I was right, I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your coworker. Holy shit, did he fuck? You're making it too obvious, Gil.
How?
That beaming face is unmistakable. The face of a guy that got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to deal, though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself.
Her voice is going up. It keeps going up. Can I get something non-alcoholic here?
That's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have a bloom light. Okay. I need to serve a bloom light and something non-alcoholic.
Bleeding Jane.
Here.
Thanks.
Same.
Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do.
Well, for starters...
What do you think, Jill?
Me? Her?
Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Cool, thank you, Valhalla. Thank you for referencing Mambo number 5. I genuinely don't know if I would have caught that when I played this game last time. I might have caught it, but I might have just totally sailed over my head. Or should I say... Didn't share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and chews with mouth open.
What do you think, Jill? That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in such a short period of time. I mean about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this. Gil? He's still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? What about... Sneaky? I'll be damned, she actually hides pretty well. For starters, how do you feel about her?
I don't know. I don't know her that well.
You could start there. Ask her out sometime. Get to know her. Maybe she'll change your mind. Maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by...
What?
I'm just realizing I'm giving love advice to a Lilum. And so, I don't know how well it applies to you. And these things are human and all but organs nowadays anyway. Even if that's the case, it's interesting that she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella's a good catch if I do say so myself. And like I said, humans and all but organs. You've surely encountered Lilum that you sometimes forget are not human. Well, we live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilum, though. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Willem integration, so... Anyway. Just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterward.
Yeah, I think I'll try that. I didn't mean to click that.
It's quite the uninspired advice, if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman.
Oh, whoops. So if I'm not mistaken, the piano woman recipe should be the reverse of this. It should be 5, 5, 3, 2, 3. And then this one's aged and mixed, I believe. What is this? Oh, 5, 5, 2, 3, aged mixed. Okay, so I got it pretty damn close.
Here. And now we reach a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel like there's symbolic value in taking the woman.
Why order like that, then?
I hate Laura.
You what?
She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine, mine!
Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't for the life of me leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet.
You're right. So you won't leave me?
I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We should leave now.
Oh, yeah. We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come. We'll come.
Are you sure?
We will.
Fine, we'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then.
Bye, Bill. Please come again. Party? I'd love to go. But I told everyone that tomorrow I'd end the year with a party myself, so... Sorry. I totally forgot she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. Still, I can see how traffic spiked. Things can get fun here. And just like that, or just like last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. Something... She wants something nasty again. Here. This is the... Hold on. It was nasty, alright. And now it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural you get your own copy of my theme song. No, thank you. Don't be shy, let me give you one. I mean it. No, thank you. Well, too late. It's already in your player. That can't... How in the ever-living fuck did you do that? Magic. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place like it was this zany heaven of sorts, but I see the same shit. And seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? Good question. Where are the dogs? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking dogs, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know? Now that I think about it, maybe Boss just donated money to the Sierra thing. And then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Oh well, anything interesting lately? I mean, it's not like I miss them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what did you say?
Weird, sorry.
I was asking if there are any new stories. This is not a newspaper, you know? Nor is it a crazy stories on demand streaming service. That's a big fat lie and you know it.
Oh god, these two have the same voice.
Shut up. But I said nothing. I meant... So shut that idea up. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here, the viewership peaked for some reason, and I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he fucked. He's so distracted he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but... Then I want to hear it. Well, Kiramiki came yesterday, again. You're shitting me. You expect me to believe she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof like the glass from last time? Well... If I may interject. You've been listening, boss? The walls are pretty thin. Oh. Anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. And she did what? Let's see. Why? I try to make an appointment with her and she's always busy. But you sit there and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? You're not wrong. Can you at least tell me how nice she was as a client?
Also, our, Anna fucked up the TV.
A very graceful client, much like the last time. A really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, let me know, you hear? Not gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again, though. She already came twice. I'm not taking any chances. I need something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, would you? Okay. She's asking for a girly drink now.
Ugh.
Here. You. Let's just chill a bit. It's still not fair. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you. Eh? Maybe this bar and me both. Or both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you were just that good. Are you hitting on me? Am not. In fact, I'm kinda trying to get you to leave. Pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl. She's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Ah, Joe hates me. It's not hate, it's just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey, you're curious, right? About Fuckboy's partner? Wanna know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. That maybe not settles it then. Not taking any chances. Oh, come on. Bartender, you're making a lot of faces there. It's nothing really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager, tech support? Hey, Jill, inner and outer voice, remember? Fuck. What? Who fucked? Aside from that guy, I mean.
Sorry, give me a sec.
Say, you're oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way I don't feel like if I stop speaking, I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Huh. But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog. You can't just ask me to roll over, you know? Mind if I entertain you a bit then? Boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain this missy here. Alright. Jill. By that I meant take Gil with you. I don't want him humming into the middle of a road and right into a truck's grill. Grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil, come with me.
Huh? I really like the art of Gil that they've got on the left side of the save screen. Like he's like right here on the save screen, like that fades in or fades out, I guess.
Want one?
No thanks, I don't smoke.
Alright, I got a text from Alma. Boss, Alma and Gil didn't fuck. Oh, that's a bummer. And she's sending congratulations your way, though.
Tell her I said thanks, I guess.
And so who was the lucky girl? And so it was a guy? I never thought you swung that way.
It wasn't a guy.
And so it was a girl, and you did fuck.
I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know?
You don't make things easy for me, though.
How so?
I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself. You're talkative so long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you.
You make me sound like some weird loner.
You are a weird loner. At least tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was.
I did.
Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much, though?
Well, after that idol girl came yesterday again, I looked up her discography, and I can't stop humming or listening to him.
Right. Oh god, you didn't fuck the idol girl, did you?
No? Why would that be a problem, though?
I don't know, it'd just feel weird. Well, that's that for the break. Let's go.
Right.
Oh, and Gil?
Hmm?
Keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way we won't tease you so often.
Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year.
Shut up. I wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. And that's that. Back. What were you two doing back there? Fucking. Oh, so just chatting then. Holy crap, did you two actually fuck? John is the face of a man who just fucked to death recently. See, Gil, you're making it too obvious.
How?
What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right. Eh? What? Nothing. Dorothy wants a gut punch. Is the world ending?
Optional Karmatrine.
Here. Stop looking at me like that. Sorry. Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know Lilim tongues are designed to identify food using the chemical components? Our tongues were designed with the human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs, and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235x. And that makes me hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I say I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time, I got curious and started checking out how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations, you can make a seismograph with them. Huh. And checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. And after all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know, looking up all this suddenly made me feel real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. I'm glad to hear that. Alright, let's try something sweet now. Something sweet. That's more like it. Here. Ah, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I'm here talking to you and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversations with AIs. But after a bit, they'd just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. That always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you here right now, it's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. It helps when I feel particularly cynical. Aw, you flatter me. Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's Lilum. The method might have been different, but we too evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilum managed to create biological life years from now, it'll all have come full circle. So what I should take from this is... you love me? Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with the sugar rush. Okay. A sugar rush. Alright.
Fuck. Jill's over here like, shit, fuck, I messed up the easiest drink on the menu.
Here. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. So I take it the solipsist problem got solved? Yep. All the reality crisis just started the other day. My guardian. Call her mom. Nobody's judging you. Mom decided to meet with the mother of her daughter's girlfriend. It was a very emotional meeting. They both said they felt like they closed a long chapter. I was moved, but that's when it set in. Why was I moved? I never met any of them, so where do these feelings come from? Why do I feel things? Do I really feel them? What tells me someone else isn't pressing a button to make me feel that? What tells me I'm in my body? What is real? Boom. Oh, don't worry, by the way, I'm fine. Thank God. It's unnatural to see you down like that. Man, this Go-Go is a blast. Don't you feel like talking a bit more with Dee Dee? Dee Dee's too much of a prick, and Go-Go is tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Oh, fuck. Well, I tried, Jill. I'll be back in my office. Cute little girl, Lilum. Cam girl. Oh, fiddlesticks. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey, Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds like fun. Okay, let's take recommendations from you. What should I drink next? Try the Sugar Rush. Bartender, a Sugar Rush over here. Bartender. Sorry, what? Sugar Rush, please. Right. Sugar Rush again. Here. A good choice, Dorothy. Yay. So, what are you doing in my turf? Streaming, Chan. Yes. No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name, then? Behind Streaming Chen's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chen. Humble? Why not call yourself Streaming Chen? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started, I called myself Nico Chen. I changed websites, so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus, I became Streaming Chen. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chan, though, so I just went along with it. Oh yeah, I get it. At one point, I was gonna call myself Dolores Hayes. But then I realized the name was as subtle as a break to the face. Anyway, I'm here because the last time I came, I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual. And so I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see.
These two voices, ugh.
Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need to crack her shell. And shut up. See, you just need to say the right thing at the right time, and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get, you know it's true. Hey, Stream Girl. That's me. I'll regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one.
Oh god, this conversation.
He was gonna send the draft to his lawyer, as it had a couple of additions, but... let's say he got too excited with my VR model, and the contract became... unreadable. Oh, so he used the contract to... Yep, he cut it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the adult VR industry. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all over his dick are punishment enough.
Ugh.
But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind it if he jacked off to an image of me, but the contract? And that's money that you're soiling right there. I would have gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. And some people, seriously. Ah, dick paper cuts. I've done enough crazed teachers' fantasies to know that they can be a problem. I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing for a full minute now.
Yeah, understandable. Don't mind me.
But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. All right. 2 big beers, honey. Here. Cheers. Cheers. Alright, I'm not feeling my tongue or feet. Time to get lewd. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? This'll be a treat for non-premium users. I once met a guy that insisted on doing it in a jacuzzi. He didn't mind being in premium time, so he just started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just gonna stream over the water. I wanted some underwater action too. What did you do with the bubbles and all? That was the least of the problems. We just turned the jets off. But not only did I have to make a makeshift underwater cover, I also had to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Did you try chilling the cam a bit and putting it in a bag with some filling? We made something more convoluted. We took a small cooler, opened a hole for the lens, and sealed it with plastic. I made sure things looked good through the cam and started recording. Threw in some cooling packs and sealed the fuck out of the cooler. Did it need any weight?
That was not your voice, Dorothy.
Yep. Luckily, the guy was into bodybuilding, so we used some old dumbbells. He was also ripped as fuck, but that was another story. It was all a success, but it's also the last time It's also the last time I have sex on a jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water. I felt like I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume action out of the water midway through, or I would have surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? The last time I had sex on a jacuzzi, my body got so hot the guy almost burned his dick. I considered investing in a cooling system, but that's so situational and expensive that I'll pass. And besides, those cooling systems require too much maintenance. Wait, I think I should leave, but care to join me in an escapade for the rest of the night? Can I plug my services at the end of the night? Sure. And then count me in. I've got the perfect stories. Let us be on our way then. Goodbye, bartender. Bye, honey. Well, let's start the story. You see, there was this mega Santa. Wait, seriously? They left. A pair made in hell. At least they look like they're having fun. That method of filming underwater sounded convoluted as fuck, though. But I guess it's hard to keep a cool head when you're horny. We're done, boss.
Man, don't you just feel great?
Were we in the same place? Here, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Today I got the taste of the kind of clients you deal with, and keep it up. Well, tomorrow's the big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you.
Either I'm getting older, that girl's too much just even for me.
I'll just leave the closet open in case you want to hide from the noise. Thanks.
Thank you. From Admin Chris. We wanted to stop the epic memeing for a while to just say thank you. Big thanks to each and every one of you who bought this game. Thank you for reaching up to this point in the game. Thank you for all tweeting, all your questioning. I love that this is like a secret message. It's not marked on the thing. Thank you for all your tweeting, all your questioning through Tumblr, all the emails, etc. Even though we couldn't answer every single thing, we can't stress how we appreciate the messages we got. Thank you very much. The road was rocky. Things weren't as smooth as we had hoped around the end of the development. We even had some people actively trying to sabotage our work, but like Big Match John, we beat the odds and kicked out at 2. Thanks for reading through all my nonsense. I hope it wasn't too heavy-handed. Let's fill the world with badass cuties.
A weird message.
Wow, we managed to get most of the stuff.
Well, let's see. Gil's in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug? A big one. A reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello. Gabby. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey. You talk first. No, well...
I need water before I get into this. Sorry, give me a sec. I should map a sound to my soundboard. Every time I make my VTuber model disappear, it just makes like a popping sound.
And some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least, not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Isn't there anything else on the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A fucking letter of all things. And she just says sorry? And sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remembered all the time my sister provoked you that way. Like that time when she gave you chocolates labeled as 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, and she sneakily opened it up and took a sip. She didn't tell you that you did it, and you were confused all day long. And she always bragged that she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the right to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. And she did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention artificial hearts and generic treatments were out of the question. Yep. The thing is, apparently she suffered that way since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum. Shots near her hearts every 3 days. Apparently the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection, was that what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. The doctor said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterward. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so no one knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs. After you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fear at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance to the Research Institute thing back then? And then the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today, I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive. You're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If only she... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we're to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we're to honor her, we'll do it together. Together. Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we could do right now is to try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though. Did she really start complaining about chest pains shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted something to put the blame on... Part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either, so... Let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger U? I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded.
Ugh.
Hey, Jill. Can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well... Back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying that it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I didn't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partially because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me in that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom, my say in the matter? So, that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurts so much, but you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself. Think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led to you two fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about it with her. My sister said something like that. Eh? I told you, she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me.
Fuck. I'm gonna tear up. Fuck.
It was her offer, not mine. I should have stopped projecting myself so much onto her. And something like that. Lenore. We're quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it'll never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again. And it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the only one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long.
Oh, fuck, the credits theme. Don't do this to me, game. You're gonna make me cry before I'm done doing the voiceover.
She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey!
Wow.
Hey, I was 8 back then. So let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? Toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Let's make something to toast Gabby with. Something, or preferably something sweet.
So, fun fact, you can... there's two branching mini dialogue options here. If you serve her you can serve her either a blue fairy with no alcohol to get, her saying like, nah, it's got no alcohol in it. Or you can serve her a piano woman and she'll be like, during her toast, she's just like, Lenore, I know you're watching over us while I give your sister alcohol. It's really good.
Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can, at the very least, make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me. Say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot. Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot. I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot. Hey, chill. Promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. Promise me you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight. I can't do that. You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Chill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and a girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So... about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all of her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know that you got my drink that time? Huh? And she gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well... I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used the same cucumber in a salad days later. And she said, "So do you like eating me for lunch?" Jill, I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all. Hey, Gabby, do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Claire's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Claire knows that you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course. How would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to our house afterward? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Claire doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby, and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened a second branch last year. And so he's looking to expand? I think he got into a partnership with a friend in the Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark 1 for daddy!" I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society in her circle of friends, and a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sis's side for that one, though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were.
Nah, that's not how that works, Gabby.
To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up years ago, or 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Jill, I'm a bit dizzy. Must be the alcohol. The what? I did say let's break the alcohol taboo, didn't I? Yeah, but... Don't worry, it'll pass in a bit. And let this be a warning of the dangers of taking things from strangers in bars. First you feel dizzy, then you wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen this dialogue before. I've always just given Gabby the alcohol-free drink.
If you're trying to justify your actions with a moral, you're digging yourself deeper. I thought there was going to be a party here. Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year's celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry, you won't. You'll only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. I think it's a bit late for that. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce you to.
Man, I love this game. It somehow finds a way to shoehorn something new in. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, there's something about this game that just... I don't know if it just like I love this game a lot, and I know that I'm possibly putting it through like rose-tinted glasses filter, but like genuinely, like, I don't know, there's something about this game that just, it gets to me, you know? Like, this was one of the first games that, sorry, there's something on one of my monitors. There's something about this game that just, like, I think it's also, like, a situation of, like, you know, right time, right place, but it's also, like, this is one of the first games that got me into doing, like, voices for stuff. And it's also the game that's inspired me to start making my own game. So, like, I don't know, this game is just very special to me, you know?
Did you have fun?
Come on, text. You can scroll faster than this.
Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you, though? She's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. You're right. Good night, Jill. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night.
There is more to go, I swear. We gotta read like 6 different endings worth of stuff. Because we got all of them. Friday, February 3rd.
This is good. Really good. You have no idea how long I've wanted some curry. I remember I meant to eat some, but then I had to pay for some drinks I spilled on the floor. That screwed up my budget.
It's the least I can do after being such an obnoxious client.
Yeah, about that. Mind if I ask something, Mr. Timothy Mercury?
So you know?
It's a small city. It turns out 2 very grateful girls soon became regulars. And both of them were related to you.
So what's your question, bartender?
Call me Jill. 2 questions, actually.
I just spat on my mic.
The first one is, why did they brand you as the traitor? Because you killed the other guy? I don't know, it sounds weird considering the other guy assaulted 2 little girls.
It was a cover-up. The guy was my superior. A high-ranking officer like him assaulting innocent civilians? That would be unthinkable. On paper, at least. On record, I hurt the girls and killed him before another unit subdued me. Then I escaped from their custody. In reality...
That's all I needed to know. I'm sorry for bringing that up.
Didn't you have another question?
Yeah. How did you build this restaurant so fast?
It's a small city. Turns out 2 very grateful girls tracked me down to thank me. One of them was rich, and the other noticed I smelled like curry.
Those 2 are really nice girls, huh?
They didn't deserve what that bastard did to them.
Excuse me.
Oh, speaking of the angels.
Timmy, 2 special curries, please. Oh, hi, Jill. Oh god, I can't believe I'm actually here. The concert will begin any second now. Ah! Wow, I've never seen her so openly excited before. Don't talk too loudly or you'll startle her. It's always nice to see her so happy. So happy she doesn't give a damn and lets herself go. You sure you don't mind me? Of course not. That way I won't be the only one with a little clue what's going on. Is it true that you've served this Kiramiki girl at the bar? As amazing as it sounds. A really nice girl. If a bit oblivious to the risks some people represent. How so? She doesn't mind stalkers and such. Oh. How's your wounds? Arm's doing fine, eyes healing nicely. I can sleep better at night. Just what transpired inside that bank? It's not important anymore. What's important is that Stella will get me a job after I heal. She will? She's rebuilding a new armor set for me, and wants me to be her bodyguard. I'd be paid for something I do anyway, and I'll get to spend more time with her. That's nice. I'd like to spread out and help more people, but it's a nice start. You want to be a vigilante then? Maybe. She's coming out. It's her, it's actually her. Look, it started. Are you here, Jill? This song is for you. What? I can't believe you actually made me do that sleepover thing. You didn't have to accept, you know. Shut up. I'm having a good time. See, even Gabby's having fun. Relax a bit. Yeah, whatever. You know, Alma, you remind me a bit of my sis. I do? How? You always manage to get a reaction from Jill. Sis always says that Jill acknowledging your presence is the best way to know that she likes you. You're talking too much, Gabby. Aw. It's different with you, though. With my sis, Jill was more frustrated. Like this one time when she bought her a shirt that... You're talking too much, little girl. A shirt that what? That had a pic of a cucumber on it. Cucumber? Ow! Just what are you doing with my hair? Sorry, it got stuck in one of my fingers. Seriously. So I'm a bit like Lenore then? No, you just remind me of her a bit. Moreover, my sister wasn't as, ass. What the girl is trying to say is that with your tits and ass, you could build Lenore in half out of the mass. That just means there's enough to share with both of you. Share? You're talking too much, Alma. So yeah, the guy had a fantasy about a woman castrating him. I tried for an hour to convince him that it's a bad idea, and I finally got to him. We finally moved to the bedroom, and it turns out the guy has a weird implant where his testicles should be. It's basically a removable ball sack. I suppose the guy really liked the fantasy and made sure he could live it out properly. I once saw a guy at the hospital in the emergency room after having being castrated to fulfill a fantasy. I wonder if it's the same guy. I have enough problems with just one, you know? Just one what? Well, with just listening to one of your anecdotes. You told me all about the Neo Tijuana thing, and now this? Don't you have a more subdued story? Come on, Joe, you're an adult. You can take that much. Shut up. Well, the last time I spoke with my mom, I asked her the story of her daughter. And turns out her name was Anna. Huh. And now you pretend like it's a surprise. Quiet, you. She fought against nanomachine rejection for most of her life. She even lost a girlfriend she made in the hospital to the same sickness. Apparently sometime after she got out of treatment, a truck hit her and killed her. But even then, she was amazing. And she was? Eh? Yeah, she kept up her studies while still in the hospital. She was a self-taught honor student. Not only that, but she also ranked among the top 5 candidates in in at least 3 college admission exams. She also played the piano and the guitar. Well, being confined to a room does that, I guess. I mean, fully able-bodied people can do half of that. But she practically accomplished all that by herself. And she also beat nanomachine rejection, a disease that only 2% of humans suffer, and even less survive. It took a truck to take her down. She was great. And to think I'm sort of like your sister. Silly Becky. Honey, did you just say something? I did not. Weird. I swear I heard somebody call me Silly Becky. Come again? It's not uncommon for me to hear stuff from far away and think I hear it nearby, but you're not the only one nearby, or you're the only one nearby that knows my real name, so it was weird. Oh well, as I was saying, the ballsack guy.
Dorothy's voice started to give out at the end of that. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to the city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again,
Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic.
But
And you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths. I live there. The time you spend setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are.
I already know. They're in that control panel you made.
But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. And speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well the last 25 years before finding him. Yes, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms in the first drawer on the desk, Gil.
You what?
You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Emoto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Emo who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama.
And then they got stuck on that plane to Panama for almost 10 years. 8 years. And this got shown earlier, but if I didn't have clear data on this, this is when Gabby would have showed up on the title screen. So Gil's past is just never really explained. Yeah. We know bits and pieces, but we don't know the whole story about Gil. And to my knowledge, it's not expanded upon in any of the side material. Granted, there's not a whole lot of side material out currently, but beyond the mentions of Hong Kong and the KGB, yeah. And him also being, like, intimately aware about gang activity and, like, being well-versed on, like, gunshots and stuff, and being comfortable about talking about people dying. We know bits and pieces about him, but nothing really concrete. Oh, also that he wasn't in Scotland. He never lived in Scotland. But yeah, okay, so technically speaking, there's these over here as well. There's the 3 prologue days, which, all of these, I made a mistake earlier in this playthrough. I should have done these first. Because, the prologue goes over the events of the weekend that, gets referenced a couple times. Now, it goes over the events of the weekend that gets referenced a couple times in the main game. That's, the dogs renting out the bar for the weekend. That's what the prologue is. And then episode Anna is the, Jill meeting Anna for the first time. And, it's the thing that she brought up a couple times where she's just like, I had to pay for drinks that I spilled on the floor. That's when Jill served Anna alcohol. Anna drank it, and then it, went straight through her because she's a ghost. And no one else can see Anna, so they were just like, Jill, you fucking spilt drinks on the floor. So, I don't know. I would kind of like to do the prologue in the Anna episode, but they're long. And I'm not entirely sure that I want to do them tomorrow and burn myself out. I don't know. I might set it aside and do it as like a bonus stream or something later. We'll figure it out. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Sin and Liz are doing stuff, it would seem. So, to be fair, Paradoxica, the ghost is explained with cybernetics. Because the whole thing is that, you have to kind of piece it together, but she was in the hospital dealing with nanomachine rejection. And the way that they talked about it is that, one of the ways that nanomachine rejection can be dealt with is essentially you have a higher concentration of nanomachines in you that help balance it out, essentially. And so effectively what it is it's literally, there was so many nanomachines in her body when she died that the nanomachines basically became a like sentient, like it took on her consciousness when she died, essentially. I don't remember where in the game it's explained, but it's through a whole bunch of different dialogue. Like, you have to piece it together through, like, 500,000 different things, but anyway, have a good one, and take care.